What up, guys? Another Third Down Thursdays coming at you live. I am Coach Bruce, sitting kind of beside me. That is MJ and our amazing executive producer in the background, Connor Davis. You guys will see him in a little bit for the best segment in podcast history with the Davis Division. As you can see, I'm ready to go, man. I got my Holly Jolly on. We got, Buddy the Elf action rolling away here on this Thursday evening, the day before December 1st. Christmas lights are hung. You've seen a Grinch. So I'm not going to, absorb everything because I'm kind of excited about this, MJ. I'm going to let you talk, obviously. But it's been a pretty solid start to the holiday season, my guy. How are you?
I'm good. Work today. We're looking at a promotion January 1st, I believe, at work, which will be very fun. Well, kind of a promotion, kind of back to the same thing I was doing in Mississippi, whatever you want to call it, advancing to the place I'm used to being when I'm at the store.
Being the man.
Pretty much, yeah, running the show. So went to two SMU games, 2 SMU basketball games and an SMU football game since the last time we talked.
Yes, sir.
Huge shout out to SMU. Let me just say this will be the thing I talk about real quick.
Yes.
I'll talk about that too. The food at the basketball games is fantastic. The game on Sunday, we had Cane's, just like trays and trays of chicken and Texas toast. Fantastic. And all the sauce you could want. You know how much I love the sauce, Coach Bruce. And then on Wednesday, yesterday, they had Mexican. So they had trays that had beef-filled enchiladas, Mexican fried rice, and refried beans. And then they had some of the best tortilla chips and salsa I've had in a long time.
Can I address something real quick? So, because you just reminded me of it, and this is one CEO to another CEO. Barstool Invitational, Dave Portnoy, you need to do a better job of providing the media members that are covering your event with food. You know what we had there, MJ? What? And I don't know if this is like because of Wintrust, so it could be a situation where Wintrust wanted the money to go to them because they had all their stuff open, whatever, blah, blah, blah. However, media members there we had water, Prime Water, which was part of their sponsor stuff, and chips and in granola bars.
Really?
Anyway, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's pretty much it. I will also say I informally did not get a picture or an autograph or anything, but informally met President Bush yesterday. Um, as I was walking out of the
It's pretty cool.
parking garage where I park for media, I literally ran face first into the chest of a massive Secret Service agent, who looked at me in a very deep voice and said, "Let him pass." And I said,
"You shall not
"Who?"
pass."
I said,
Let him
"Who?" I was like, "Who is here?"
Who's
He goes,
this guy?
I was like, "What?" And he goes, "President Bush." And I peeked around from
So
the side
awesome.
of this massive Secret Service agent. And I was like, "Hi, President Bush."
He's
And the guy, and President Bush is like, "Hi, who are you?" I was like, "I'm MJ.
You should be like, your future agent,
I'm the chief operating officer of TDT Media."
secret MJ man.
Right? Not secret Bajent man. And Connor,
Not
better than
Alex.
the USFL media meals. It's close. I will say the USFL had a very good spread. They were great. They always had just a bunch of different sandwiches. Some of the best brownies I've ever had were at that USFL game in Birmingham.
Ooh, little brownies.
But
action,
overall, the quality of the food that I've seen at SMU is just a little higher. And that's okay, because I would assume SMU probably has a little bit bigger budget.
That's fair. That's fair.
Than the USFL does.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we
not
do have
anymore.
USFL news, by the way. Their merger
With XFL.
went through today with the XFL. It'll be 8 teams, not in hub cities. They'll have their own. They'll play in their own stadiums.
So much better.
Yes. So just here's to hoping that they keep Arlington Renegades around.
Yeah.
So that I can cover them around here.
Yeah.
If not, Connor, how far is Birmingham? How far is Birmingham, baby? Got to send them on through. I don't know how far.
Yes, sir.
100%. But yeah, so very excited for that. Obviously, you know my affinity and my soft spot for the XFL and everything they do, since that's kind of how I got started. Even though
100%.
Major disrespectful shout out to the Philadelphia Sports Chronicle that I don't know if it actually even exists anymore. Because do you know this story, Bruce?
I don't think so.
So the reason that I even started a podcast ever, right? Little MJ, sophomore in sports communication at Bradley University, gets an Instagram DM because I had started a blog for one of my classes where I was writing articles once a week. That's where the Hurley Happenings thing started. Long time ago. And so I was doing that. And somebody reached out to me and said, "Hey, we would love you to write for our website." It was a little website called the Philadelphia Sports Chronicle. It was the first place that ever wanted me to write for them. I said, "Sure, awesome." I just wrote some random articles for them once in a while. It wasn't much. When the XFL got announced, they said, "Hey, we want to start doing podcasts. This is something that I think we could actually get into. We want you to start a podcast." And they originally had a co-host for me. Guy backed out. I was like, "Okay, that's fine. I can do it myself." Like,
should
I don't
call
need...
me, dog. Should have called me.
I didn't know. And this was probably 5-6 months before you reached out to me for Third Down Thursdays. So
fair.
I recorded my first episode. I reached out to players. I had 2 player interviews, a coach interview, and an interview with a reporter, all for my first episode, right? So it was a banger of our first episode. It was fantastic. I still talk to one of the guys today, Boogie Roberts, who we met at the USFL game. That was in my first episode. So I record this episode. I send it to the guy. He goes, "Okay, it's going to be posted Friday at 7, right?" And it was, the XFL was starting the next Saturday. Long story short, Friday at 7 comes, nothing gets posted. Guy ghosts me. And not even like he stole the episode or anything like that. He just, to this day, never sent me another message again. Okay? So I'm sitting in my dorm room, heated, at 7:30 at night because the guy didn't post the episode, right? Like, I put in all this work, and so I had to make the decision: do I just let it go and call it a day, or do I figure out how to post this myself? because I had already come up with the name, I had made the graphic, everything.
Yeah.
I decided, I Googled how to post a podcast, and I did it. And so I continued doing that show until the XFL shut down. That's when I started doing my own stuff. And then I get a call from my former high school baseball coach saying, "Hey, let's start a live radio thing." I said, "Screw it, why not?" So that's how I got started.
To start.
Random guy reached out to me, and I said, "Sure, that sounds awesome. I would love to do that." And like he got me set. He even one of the players, not Boogie Roberts, but another guy, was somebody he already knew. So like he sent people to me, and then just ghosted. And as far as I'm
Unbelievable.
concerned, around that time is when that website stopped functioning. So I don't know what happened.
Huh.
I don't know.
Brother
what
lost that
went on there.
funding. She gone.
Maybe, but yeah,
She gone.
that's how really all of this started. Because I don't know if I would have started my own stuff during COVID if I wasn't already doing a show.
Oh,
I don't know what I would have
fair.
done. I would have done something because I'm not very good at just sitting here and doing nothing. But I don't know if that's what I would have done because there would have been much more options if I wasn't already doing a podcast and already interviewing people every week and stuff like that. So
fair, dude. So that's actually kind of crazy.
yeah, so
Kinda crazy.
that's how all this started.
So, well, now on to me.
Hi, Bruce.
Oh, great. Those are professional transitions, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, absolutely.
No, so today, dude, it's been awesome, man. So we've been started. So today, my daughter got Grinched.
Yes.
So my wife set it up right, and I was like, so that's the reason why. So for those of you that are seeing this right now for the first time or continued, viewers from whatever, hello, thank you. I don't always dress up in ridiculous outfits. However, a Buddy the Elf outfit is a legit outfit to always rock when you possibly can, especially when it's making memories with your children. So always.
Oh, for sure.
And to be honest with you, I was like, you know what, screw it. Like, I'm just gonna wear it for the show anyways. But really, really awesome. I love it. It's so fun. It's so fun. Real quick though, MJ, I want to make this before the game starts. Seahawks playing the Dallas Cowboys tonight. I'm gonna say it right now. This game, if Dallas wins, is Dallas's biggest win of the season because they can't beat
it's
any
the first
good
time
team.
they've beaten a winning team. Yeah,
exactly. I think they're only favored by 3.5, 2.5 or 3.5. I can't remember the exact what it is, but there's a part of me that kind of wants to go out on a limb here and say that the Seahawks are going to win this game.
I was going to say the same thing.
Because I don't believe in the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're a fraud. I know it's supposed to be about me right now, but I'm going at the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that's fine.
They might be as annoying fan base as the Raiders, or the Eagles. I mean, I think it's the whole NFC East. So we'll just say with the NFC East, like all of it.
Yeah.
But MJ, that being said, though, everything's good, man. Life's good. The snow melted. I don't know if you knew, like we had a bunch of snow around here, bro.
I didn't even know you had snow.
Yeah, we had snow. It snowed like
that's tough. It was 60 today, and people were complaining.
Dude, it was pretty nice today. Here it was 50 degrees here. It wasn't too bad. I mean, honestly, if there was it'd be a really crappy golf course because I mean it's just a bad golf course in general. I'm not going to say what golf course it is, but if I wasn't watching the kiddo and I didn't have to work or whatever, I would have totally considered being like, hey, how bad is your course right now? Would we be able to, run some golfers?
Right. My dad and I went out yesterday. I know I told you I had the Shanks last week.
Yes, and you posted a TikTok about it. Did you get any responses, by the way?
I think I got a couple. I
haven't
really checked.
By the way, people are jackasses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's okay. No, so I kind of fixed it. I'm back to my instinctual miss, I think, because of baseball is just like a really strong draw.
Mm-hmm.
So like if we're looking at a green, if I started at the right side, it will draw all the way over the left side. And that it's because in baseball, your right arm is the power. Like my left arm is like my guide, but my right arm, and you're on your back foot in baseball. That's where you get your power. It's the complete opposite in golf. Like the sensation you're supposed to have is the baseball equivalent of like rolling over a ground ball to second base. And so my brain and body just don't want to do it. And so I draw the ball a lot. But I wasn't shanking the ball yesterday. So
Hey,
my dad and I shot 1 under as a scramble.
Okay.
So not terrible.
Is this a league? This is a league?
No, it's not a league. We just
you
go
guys
out every week
scramble?
together. Yeah. Because I'm not very good. I've only been playing for a year. And I do it more for, the social of, going
camaraderie
with my dad,
and,
having something to compete at. I would
Absolutely.
get, at this point in time with my current skill level, I would probably get too frustrated playing by myself. I could probably shoot like 90 to 100, but I would get too frustrated playing by myself or playing my own ball. And when I'm out having fun with my dad, I don't want to be frustrated.
The percentage of amateur golfers that shoot below 100 is actually really low.
Like a minuscule percentage. Yeah.
So
really the only reason I can do it is because I hit the ball far.
I'm consistently at I'm consistently around probably like 90 to 95. I'm consistently around that, and I'm happy about it. My best game I've ever shot was like 86.
Yeah,
and I was just I don't know what I was putting like a freaking madman.
Yeah, I don't, and that's the thing is, there are a lot of guys you see on the golf course, and this is an oddly specific rant that I know you understand. Like they play back from tees they shouldn't be playing.
Oh, they go to the black. They go to the black, and they think that
they're better than they are. And amen. They think they're better than they are. Blah blah blah. My thing is, I will never pretend to be good at golf. I'm a baseball player who golfs, and I do it to have fun. I'm not 100%. Out here to pretend that I'm incredible. My only job when I play with my dad. Oh, so I actually snapped the head off my driver. Did I tell you this?
No. What are you doing?
Maybe I just swung my driver, and the head flew off.
It vaguely sounds familiar. Wasn't it like one that was like a hand-me-down though? Like not a hand-me-down in a negative way, but like someone like gave it to you?
Well, my dad gave it to me because he couldn't hit it, but it's not like it was in bad shape. And I don't know. I swung it on the range and the head snapped off.
Mike, you wouldn't have to buy. I'd buy you beer, bro. I'd buy you beer. But thank you though.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so we shot 1 under and I didn't even have a driver.
That's not bad. I mean, if you have a solid iron game, you should be fine. Like
yeah, I was hitting my 4-iron and I can hit my 4-iron off the tee like 220. So I was just putting it in the fairway and then my dad was hitting the driver.
Perfect.
So it was fine, but
dude, my brother-in-law is getting a freaking badass like golf simulator setup. Like, ooh. just dude, insane. Like, I saw what he's trying to get, and he's piecing it together like bit by bit.
Yeah.
And man, it's when it's all said and done, it's gonna be. I'm gonna
have to come over and test that.
I'll send you pictures of it later on if I can remember everything.
That's funny.
Dude, that's funny.
Oh my gosh!
But dude, real quick. Wait, we got how much time we got? What time is it?
-2 minutes.
Oh crap! All right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It's time for the best segment in the podcast game. The man, the myth, the legend himself, the limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing. Connor Davis, baby. Bring him in, Connor. Let's go. Bring yourself in.
I love the introduction. Oh my gosh, I missed it's time. I love it. I love the rasp in the voice. Let me get the banner on. Make it official. Davis Division. I was going to let y'all talk just a little bit because you have a 2-hour episode, so there is a little bit of leeway here and there. We really don't ever get to the random shenanigans segment because this rant just one of either one of y'all just goes off.
I do got one thing. I do got one thing for the random shenanigans that I do want to talk about. But go ahead.
Oh,
Go
okay,
ahead.
but we'll go that. Either Bruce talks about his Chicago teams, or MJ talks about. I don't really know what MJ talks about, but he's gonna go off tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
He's gonna cook.
Be there.
I am gonna cook later.
Cooking with peanut oil. Cooking with peanut oil.
Is it? I thought peanut oil is in a good substitute.
Have you ever heard that? Cooking with peanut oil?
Nope.
That's what Chick-fil-A uses in their fryers.
Oh, word.
They do. Isn't it the fries? Everything else is canola oil, or is it?
No, you got it opposite. Yeah, you were never really good in the kitchen. That's okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
I was decent in the kitchen. Don't.
Hey, you were decent.
I was getting
you were like Danny Amendola in the kitchen.
Can I just say this real quick?
I wouldn't say no, but I'm not gonna go out there and spend a first round pick.
This intro, the intro was here, and now it's just going like.
This NJ really is.
What you got for us?
Okay, I got a couple good things. My last one's gonna be, if y'all want to talk about a little lengthy link, that's why I left it on the last, because I told MJ this earlier and he was like, so we're gonna save it for last. So the first one is this morning, the Cardinals. Well, let me say it like this: JJ Watt was playing a character this morning. He wanted to take the role of Adam Schefter. He was playing a little Adam Schefter this morning. And he was like, at the end of his tweet, he said, "This is easy, Adam. I'm taking your job." And so he tweeted that because he was on the Cardinals when he retired, the Cardinals are going to release their 3-time Pro Bowl tight end, Zach Ertz. He's 33 years old, and it's what J.J. Watt likes to quote. He's going to a team that can be a Super Bowl contender because he believes he is a Super Bowl caliber tight end. I don't know about that. What do y'all think about that in regards to J.J. Watt's comment? And where do you think his landing spot might be?
Love it. Love the questions. We'll address the first one about J.J. Watt's comments about Adam. He's way too big to be anything like Adam Schefter, first of all. Secondly, he may know more.
Was that a height comment?
Take it for what it's worth.
Was that that was a height comment? That was absolutely a height comment.
Hey, if you guys have the opportunity to see him in person, he's not the biggest of men. Anyways, JJ Watt's awesome. We've seen him in interviews. I actually think that he'd be a really good get for like whatever podcast company, whatever broadcast, like anything, any like color analyst. Like I think he'd be
PDT
a great
Media,
asset.
yeah.
PDT Media, shout out, come on over.
Come on, Earl Mitchell knows him.
Come on now.
There
Anyways,
yeah, send him through Earl.
Right? Bring out Richard Sherman. No.
Hey,
but
that's in the works.
I heard. But so that's awesome. So I love that part. I love that part. I'll get to the portion of Zach Ertz. Yeah, no, we can go with that. Is he a Super Bowl caliber tight end? Not anymore. But like he was at one point, like back in his like Philadelphia days, he was a Super Bowl caliber tight end. But saying that though, I do think that there's that aspect, and I believe in this. I know MJ may disagree on this portion, but there's a certain aspect of leadership that a veteran player can bring to a ball club that can really elevate them
don't say I disagree on that.
From one level to another, because there's something about leadership qualities that a veteran player can present to other players, and also taking them under his wing to, promote positivity amongst the locker room. So I think it's a great thing for him. I think him to come back, and the deal that the Cardinals made. I think MJ, you said it. It was like only a 1-game paycheck. The Cardinals were like, all right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, they cut.
Release it.
He agreed to drop one of his game checks from what the Cardinals owed him.
Yeah, okay.
In exchange for him getting released. So it saved them a little bit of cash. Right?
But you know what that does too, though?
To go get on a contender.
And you know what that does too, though? That makes the Cardinals look more player friendly too. you got to look at it from that perspective too, because they're not going to screw a guy over based off of his desire to play the game that he loves. So I think that aspect is really cool too. Last but not least, I'm ranting. See that Connor tells me I'm ranting. The last thing, what team do I think he's going to go to? He needs to go. That's a great question. I think he'd be a dangerous. He could be a good help in Baltimore, dude.
I mean, Mark Andrews is out for the season.
I think he'd be a good help in Baltimore. And I think that offense, like he there's already people around him. Lamar Jackson's cooking this year, dude. I wouldn't mind seeing him out in Baltimore. And I don't know like the backup tight end position, how that's looking. I off the top of my head, I don't have that knowledge base for that team. However,
Nick Boyle.
I do know that they have the respective pieces to be able to not have to worry about Zach Ertz being like, oh man, like a vocal point. He's too old for it anyway. So I like him going to Baltimore.
Well, before MJ, you go on, I just wanted to address Bruce real quick. In your mind, you were like, he's going to go somewhere where he can, a veteran leadership, he can produce a young tight end. Well, you take the top 2 tight ends that got drafted last year. You take Michael Mayer, you take Dalton Kincaid. You have the Raiders. Well, it doesn't really align with what J.J. Watt was wanting for him to go to. But you have the Buffalo Bills. You have their starting tight end, Dawson Knox, injured right now. He's on injured reserve. You have Dalton Kincaid, the starting tight end right now. Who's to say Zach Ertz doesn't go to Buffalo and do what you're talking about, Bruce? Do exactly to have that veteran leadership and kind of put Dalton Kincaid under his wing.
I like that, but they're also 10th right now, and they're out of the playoff spot. And he wants to go to a Super Bowl caliber team.
Are they out of the playoff for sure?
I mean, they're 5 or I don't know what their specific position is, but I know they're a game out there. That's what I was looking for. But yeah, they're in the hunt. But so are the Packers.
We'll get to that later.
I'm sure we will.
Yes, we will. Connor, you want to know where Zach Ertz is going?
Before you go, I want to.
You want to know where Zach Ertz is going, Connor?
Where's he
I'm going to look into my crystal ball.
When the hell do we talk about this crap?
Connor, Zach Ertz is coming home. You want to know where Zach Ertz is going to go? You want to know who's the biggest Super Bowl contender in the NFL right now? As much as we may talk some smack about him, is the Philadelphia Eagles. And here's why. Number one, they are the most likely in this current landscape to win the Super Bowl. They're the best team in football. They have the best numbers. But you want to know what they also need? They need a healthy tight end. Dallas Goedert has been injured the last few weeks. And if you know anything about quarterbacks who win Super Bowls, what do they have, Coach Bruce? They have a safety blanket. They have a tight end. And what better safety blanket than somebody who's already played in Philly, somebody who's comfortable with the city, with the team? It makes sense to me. And I understand that sometimes guys don't want to go back, and that may be an issue. But if you want to talk about a good place for Zach Ertz to go try in a Super Bowl, somewhere where he doesn't have to learn an offense, somewhere where he doesn't have to learn anything, all he has to do is plug and play, go back with his buddy Dallas Goedert, and that's a 2 tight end set that I actually really like. It gives the non-focal point that you talked about, Bruce. It gives the veteran leadership, because there are still plenty of young guys on that roster, and he gets to go plug and play in a place he's familiar with, in a place he can go win a Super Bowl.
I dig it. I absolutely dig it.
I think that's in my opinion, and this is not sourced, this is my opinion, I think that's the most likely place for him to land. And good job, Tanner. I am so proud of you, young man. You are just really out there killing the game. Just absolutely. About to get another one, he says. What a young man, really contributing to society right now.
Oh, my God.
In there making a difference. I love you, Tanner. Where should you drop? Drop Lucky Landing. There you go. Lucky
He
landing.
said lucky landing.
I have no idea about anything with Fortnite, bro.
There you
None.
go. I got
Just
you,
build
bro.
a cool look. Build a cool looking house or something.
He probably plays no build, doesn't he, Connor?
Wifey sighting. Wifey sighting.
No, we always
Oh,
play build.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What is that? What is that, Bruce?
Oh.
That looks a little sus. What is that?
That's secondary source right there.
Chill.
Bruce, is that eggnog?
She said
Oh, it's
chill.
some. It's some kind of nog.
Is that some
Uh,
spicy nog?
What's it called again?
People.
I don't know if you guys heard her. Coquito.
Cojito?
Cotito.
Co-
Say it again. One more time.
Go, people.
You guys
Coquito?
heard her. Yeah, there you go.
Coquito.
Coquito.
Okay.
Coquito.
Oh my lord,
You know what's
Dan.
more ridiculous? The costume, your sunglasses, or your mustache?
How did you hear? Did you hear what she said?
Yes. That's fantastic. I just
The
love the
water
little
was the-
Grinch that is sitting at the front of your setup now. Like
You like that?
you didn't pull out the full setup tonight. You just got that's fantastic.
Grinch, golf,
All
little
right.
football action. We're good. Good.
Connor,
Anyway, go
what
ahead,
else you
Connor.
got for
Sorry.
us, brother.
Second
Thanks,
thing.
babe.
Okay. Now, I told y'all this before the show, and y'all kind of just turned your heads and was like, "Is that
There's
true?"
another one in there. This is mine.
But it is
Sorry.
true. So we are in the year of 2023. I don't even know what that equates to in the Chinese calendar, whatever animal that is. If y'all are into that kind of stuff, you might know pig, ostrich. I don't
I
know.
think it's rat. I think this is year of the rat.
Their year of the rat. Okay. Well, that makes sense because they're kind of low life, you know. They're kind of low life. So
Oh, it's the rabbit. You're the rabbit. My bad.
the rabbit. I don't know how I can make that analogy with what I'm about to say, but other than that, the rabbit was second place to the tortoise. It is the hare.
TK Metcalf so fast.
So, in the year of the rabbit 2023, as of right now, and this includes preseason wins and losses as well, the Detroit Lions have more wins than the Detroit Pistons. The Lions are currently 10-3, including preseason and regular season, and the Pistons are 9-59. They have lost 15 straight games. My question is, what does this mean for the Pistons franchise? Is it all falling apart? And are they gonna have a dude that just got fired by their team because he couldn't make the finals as much as they wanted him to? Does that mean the end of the Monty Williams era in Detroit?
Here's the problem.
We didn't. Go ahead, MJ.
Monty Williams shouldn't even be here.
Agree.
Because he did not deserve, like, the idea that Monty Williams deserved to get fired and that Frank Vogel in the year 2023 in this economy was actually a better head coaching option for the Phoenix Suns. Like, this is not the Great Depression. We don't need to be out here hiring Frank Vogel unironically. And the Phoenix Suns really said, yeah, that's a better option for this basketball team. Like, actually, let's blame our superstar players that haven't been able to get it done. Let's blame our general manager
And how you
who
melted
hasn't been
down.
able to, who hasn't been able to build a team that can actually play on both ends. Because you know what? Now the Phoenix Suns this year, this is a basketball team that Monty Williams would have been able to coach because they have some good role players. They have some defense. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. That is a team. I love Chris Paul with all my heart, especially now that he's on the Warriors, and I have that. I've always loved him. He deserves a ring more than anybody in the NBA right now. But that man had too much responsibility for what, a 38, 39-year-old when he was in Phoenix.
Agree.
He had too much responsibility. He had too much wear and tear on him. So to place that blame on Monty Williams, Monty Williams signs in Detroit, which is a young team. They have promise, but that's not the type of team that Monty Williams is going to have success coaching. And that's no diss on Monty Williams. Detroit is nowhere near ready to win. And he's coming off of coaching KD, Book, DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul, veterans.
Veteran
and he's now
laden
coaching
team.
the entire opposite in Detroit, where you've got James Wiseman, who's a bust. You've got Cade Cunningham, who, in my opinion, is still underperforming his draft slot. You've got Killian Hayes. You've got some really good, talented young players, but they have no idea how to play as a team. And he has to change his entire mindset. So, yeah, that's really hard because he's coaching such a horrifically bad team that it is statistically wild.
This is his Cade Cunningham's. This is his third year, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Third year? I mean, he's averaging
Yeah.
he's averaging almost 22 points a game this year.
But when you get drafted number 1 and you play on such a terrible team,
How old is Cade Cunningham?
22 years old.
Ah, shit. I'll take 22 points a game from a 22-year-old.
and I'm not saying Cade Cunningham is bad. I'm not saying
Right.
James Wiseman is a bust. Cade Cunningham is not a
Agree.
bust.
Agree.
But I need Shea numbers from you. I need Luka numbers from you. If you're getting, he should be getting that type of usage. And if he's not, that's a coaching problem. And if he is getting that type of usage and he's not getting that type of numbers, then that is a problem.
So I have a question. I do have a question. So with regards to, and I actually like Monty Williams, by the way. I think he's a great coach. He's a phenomenal coach. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he is he's a veterans coach because he knows how to treat them. And I'm in a complete agree.
Okay, Tanner.
What did Tanner say?
Okay, Tanner. He said MJ has bad takes. All right, brother.
Oh, no,
Listen
hold
up.
on. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish before you go crazy at Tanner. I do agree with you. I think Monty Williams is a great head coach, but I think he's a veteran coach. Damn it. Now I totally lost what the hell I was going to say because you want to go. You know what? I told you I could let you cook tonight. Brother, hold on. Basketball is a team sport. Okay. I'm gonna take up some of that though, because if you have one or two guys on your team, Tanner, you can pretty much dominate. That's the reason why you saw LeBron lead multiple teams to an NBA title. That's why you saw
LeBron made the finals with Matthew Dellavedova
right
as his starting point guard.
I mean, I like the
The
concept
rosters
behind
only matter to some extent.
the concept of it being a team sport. It is a team sport, obviously, but I view it more. It's a superstar sport when it comes to the NBA,
Absolutely.
and it's a team sport when it comes to NCAA basketball.
So here's
Woo!
the difference. Tanner.
Listen to me dropping nuggets.
Here's the difference, Tanner.
Denver Nuggets.
When you're talking about it's a team sport, thank you, Sherlock. There are 5 players on the court at a time. Yes, it is a team sport. But compared to something like football, basketball is not a team sport, brother. When you watch a basketball game in person, you can watch a LeBron James take over the game. And I couldn't care less who the 4 other dudes are on the court with him. LeBron is going to go to town. When MJ in his prime wanted to get his shot, it did not matter who was sitting in the corner because he was going to go at his guy, and MJ was either going to pull up or he was going to take you to the rack and score. So it may be a team sport, but when you get drafted number 1 overall, you are drafted number 1 overall to be that guy. You are drafted number 1 overall to take over the game and win more than 2 out of your first 18 games. You are drafted number 1 overall to be a franchise-altering player. So to say it is a team sport, duh. Of course it's a team sport. But to say that takes away the impact that one star player can have. That's why I give Luka Doncic so much crap. Because with the numbers he has and the success his team should have based off of those numbers,
Careful with that word.
still lose so many basketball games. So when you look at Cade Cunningham, yes, he's young. And yes, you can compare him to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in OKC, and they're starting to have some success because of his explosion. But when you look at it, Cade Cunningham, as the quote-unquote star of that team, just has to, along with Monty Williams, bear the responsibility for the fact that they are 2-16 and haven't won as many games in 2023 as the Detroit Lions. That is just inexcusable. I don't care how bad the rest of your team is. They have a lot of high draft picks. They have a lot of talent on that team. And whether it's Cade Cunningham or Monty Williams,
Just gonna let them.
they need to get it together.
Okay.
I love it because I can hear him giggling in the background every time.
I know. I hear it. I hear it. It's hilarious. It's just you're riling them up, man.
He said, "Stand on business, MJ."
I don't even know what that means.
It's like stand your ground. It's like don't be fake.
Don't be fake.
Yeah.
Oh, here we
it's
go.
like-
Oh,
it's
no.
like,
Oh no.
it's not. It's like a watered down version.
I'm
of
just
that.
gonna-
It's like stand your ground.
Just gonna put this over here. Go ahead.
Stand my ground. What do you mean? Okay. Huh? What?
What?
What? What do you think I just did for the last 3 minutes yelling at your dumb self? That was me.
Man.
Address my other 15 comments. Oh, dear God. Yes, because LeBron didn't have Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in their primes. Okay. Did you see him in Cleveland? Actually, listen to what I said. Thank you very much. LeBron didn't have Kyrie and Kevin Love. No, he didn't. Not when he averaged a 36-point triple-double.
Okay, are we gonna put
Devin Booker still scored 70 points in a game and still lost. Yeah, that's why I roast him, because he's never going to be the top guy on a championship winning team. It's a team sport. Yeah, you already said that. You're repeating yourself. You can't win with just one guy. Actually, LeBron did. Thank you very much. That's about it. Okay, we're good.
Hold on, wait. Let me just. Do we still have it? I don't know if we still have it. Oh, we do. There it is. Let's get it going.
Oh, yeah.
The fireside chat.
Yeah, just let it roll. Go. Just
Last one I'll address before we get going.
go ahead and cook.
First of all, okay, couldn't care less. I'll be perfectly honest. And number two, so I have college basketball credentials, Division I. I met the president yesterday. Bye-bye.
Who is this clown?
Keep going.
He's one of Tanner's friends.
Oh, who is this clown? Yeah,
He said he was on the mic
Thursdays.
with Tanner, so he's one of
He's
Tanner's
our cousin.
Fortnite buddies.
He's our cousin.
Absolutely fantastic. All right, Connor, what else you got for us?
Wait, I
Brother?
got one more thing. Sorry, I got a good giggle out of that because they're just instigating right now.
It's
they want to
hilarious.
see MJ go.
Dude,
Okay.
hey, right now they're just like, "Zzz, got him.
Really,
I'm having the time of my life out here. I was already ready for a fight earlier, so
Keep going, MJ. Keep
this
going.
is
because
perfect.
Just keep going with this passion and this aggression because what I'm about to tell you is about to hit what I told you
there you
earlier.
go.
But it's going to
Here.
be better on the show because you're going to have a better reaction. So, no, wait, we need something hype, Bruce. We need something hype. What we got here?
MJ gets stressed.
Oh, they
Bruce, I must be getting old because I don't understand a word coming out of these children's mouths.
I don't even know what's being. I haven't even looked in the comment section in a while. MJ.
There's
versus
no
Tanner.
reason to because it's
And what? Wait, in basketball?
Probably.
If
If we're
in
talking
basketball?
if we're talking MJ versus Tanner in basketball,
Tanner, you're
Oh,
like 5'8".
if we're saying
What?
MJ versus Tanner in basketball, I'm saying Bruce.
Facts. But also, brother, you are tiny. You are
Anyway.
a twig.
Man, dude. Okay, this is
What?
getting. Let's reel this in,
All right,
Connor.
let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so there was a press conference that happened very recently. I can't remember if it was yesterday, day before yesterday, or this morning. I think it was probably Saturday when it happened. I can't even remember. But it was Deion Sanders, and we all know Deion's the click guy.
Coach
He's
Prime,
always the one-
baby.
Coach Prime. He's always the one getting clicks and everything. So he said something about the recruitment process and how these players are decommitting from schools, specifically Colorado. He said that Colorado, you're supposed to go to get an education. You're not supposed to go to college to get a bag. And that's what all these players want to do. He lost a 4-star QB and a 3-star QB because Colorado won 4 games this year and they didn't want to go to Colorado. So with that being said, he said,
NIL money is better somewhere else.
yeah, and maybe they want to go get a bag somewhere else. Deion had this comment to say about that. He said that you have these players that can't even be loyal to their own girlfriends. What makes you think that they're going to be loyal to a college? Now, my question to y'all is,
Tell
and
him, D.
I might want
I
to
love
whoever
love
wants
it.
to go first is fine.
I
But
love
my
it.
question is this a disrespectful comment towards these college players, or is this something that just simply needs to be addressed?
I'm gonna start off with this. It simply needs to be fucking addressed because at the end of the day,
I just want to give a round of applause to Coach Bruce, who held it in for 43 minutes today.
Thank you. But this is a passionate one right here. And I'm sorry. I think Prime is a great example of bringing an old school OG thought process of work ethic, loyalty, respect into a modern era of okay, you want your bag, guess what? You got to work for. Okay, you want the glitz glamour that comes behind being Prime. You want to think like me, dress like me, and be me. You have to have a loyalty like I did in the past. This man, a lot of these youngins don't understand is this man played not only in football, but he also played baseball, and he played both on the same day. I don't even think a lot of people know that he did that. Saying that though, MJ, he's creating a culture right now that is going to end up helping not only whatever school he continues to coach at, but the young men that are a part of that football program to be better people for not only the Colorado school as a group, but that also in a bigger picture for their actual lives. So what he's doing is a smart thing, and he's calling out the bullshit right away instead of trying to be some of these other coaches, Staben, that want to pull from other areas and try to make money off of the backs of young men busting their ass all the time. I love what Prime's doing. He's saying things right out there. That's a guy that I want sitting in the freaking living room talking to me, being straight up, listen, I like your son, but these are the issues I have with him. He can't be a little bitch when it comes to this. He can't, if he's not going to class, he doesn't play on my team. I want that. I want that straight respect, because that just tells me right there, I can trust this man to grow my son into being a phenomenal young man. I want that. I don't want the salesman. I don't want the liar coming up to me and being like, oh my God, he's great at everything he does. Oh, his grades. You know what? I know Miss Kelly in the math department. She's great. She'll be able to help him out and just give him A's, whatever. I don't want any of that crap. I want a good young man. And I think Prime is doing a great job of bringing that, the collective thought process of the OG ways and getting the bag ways together in 2023, the year of the rabbit.
I will say, I agree with everything you said, Bruce. It does need to be said. I think it is disrespectful to the players, but I think that's the point. I think sometimes they need to hear a little disrespect to, kind of wake up and smell the roses and understand, like, hey, we need to be more on our P's and Q's about this. The only thing I will say is, for once, I do actually agree with Jack.
I was about to say that too, actually. I mean, funny.
This is a fair point.
Yes,
because
agreed.
To preach loyalty right after he kind of dipped.
That's fair too.
Now, he did it for a very specific reason. One of the biggest reasons he did it was to get more publicity for his son and to get his son in a better position. And so I do understand why he left Jackson State. Also being in Mississippi for a year and kind of seeing, the dynamic and everything, like they were really good, but they kind of topped out at how good they were going to be in their situation. There wasn't room for growth. And so I think, to paint it just as Deion dipping, I don't particularly agree with that. But there are other people who would have slightly more credibility. I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world that Deion specifically said this. No. I think he says what's on his mind, and it was on his mind, and so he said it. And I think it is something that needed to be said. It does create a little bit of controversy, and he's not opposed to that. And I will say the last thing on Deion, folks need to give him some time in Colorado, because I understand he went from 0 to 100 real quick at Jackson State, but also that's Jackson State. And so given who they were playing,
exactly,
it's a lot harder than playing USC and some of the guys that, like, he went real aggressive with their schedule this year. And they tried to go big or go home. They're at home now.
But they're definitely home.
I think give him most places, not all, most college sports, at least give a coach a full recruiting class, right? To actually judge, what they can do in a program. Like when Bradley basketball finally got good was when Brian Wardle's first recruiting class went away to being seniors. And
Right.
they kind of popped off was when everybody in the building was his culture, right? And now they're
Right.
actually doing it again. Bradley's really good this year. So I would give Deion a little bit of time. I understand it's a big time program. And so you don't have as much time as you would at a Bradley.
But you know what he has though? What he has in Colorado though is he's at home there. And when you're at home in Colorado, you need good homeowners insurance.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Wertepney at 704-464-4544, let him know that Third Down Thursdays TDT Media sent you, and he will help you out with not only homeowners insurance, car insurance, boat insurance, cat insurance. I don't know about that part, but whatever insurance that you may need.
Bruce, can I just say I respect you for two things very
Yes, sir.
specifically right now. Number one, the quick change
You like that?
during that commercial. I have a lot of respect for that. And number two,
I'm still wearing the tights though.
Connor, can I get things I didn't need to see for 100, please? Thank you. DeRon Bland barbecue chicken alert. Did he just get another pick six?
Did he really?
There's no shot.
Why do I see somebody in my driveway? Who disturbs my slumber?
Did he?
Anyway.
Yeah, actually. Oh, he's getting cooked by Metcalf. Oh, that makes way more sense.
Oh yeah. Anyways, this is our random time, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah.
So I'll start quickly because I know for a fact that whatever you're gonna end up talking about is probably gonna end up going and going.
Actually, I had a more lighthearted one for you first, but
Oh, okay. Well, no, mine was not. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you go since it's lighthearted.
I was just gonna say, Tiger Woods is back playing golf, Bruce.
Oh, that was actually one of the things I wanted to say. Oh, fair. Great
Look at
minds.
us. Look at us.
Great minds.
No
I love it.
planning whatsoever.
I actually love the fact that Tiger Woods is coming back, by the way. Like,
Yeah. Did you see his press conference?
Not all of it. I watched like bits and pieces.
So basically what he said was he was very honest and very realistic. He was like, I will play until I don't think that I can win anymore. And he said, I think I can win. And so I'm going to keep playing. And he said, the day that I don't think I can win a PGA Tour tournament anymore,
We'll go to the senior tour.
I will walk away. And yeah, he'll go dominate the senior tour for 30 years.
Right, exactly.
Which is just ridiculous. But he can just go, he'll just go do that casually.
And and suddenly you'll see like the senior tour ratings
off.
just spike.
Oh, believe me, I've looked into a couple events just to start getting in there. So I just think it's really cool because like Tiger Woods is golf. And I understand for some of the older folks that there are people before Tiger Woods, and I don't want to take that away from them. But for anybody near and around my age, that man is golf. And so like now that I've gotten into golf,
1998 on.
Right.
Golf.
So he's been dominating longer than I've been alive. So
I still have his Sports Illustrated cover of him, like the actual Sports Illustrated of him winning his first Masters.
Yeah. And I like the first time I really like watched a golf tournament all the way through on a Sunday was his comeback win at the Masters.
Oh my God, that was so awesome.
So It's just really cool, especially for somebody like me who is now actually really getting into golf. To see him being able to play. I'm happy that surgery went well. Because that whole foot
It was ankle, right?
plantar, yeah, it was
plantar fascia.
Yeah, something like that. I've had plenty of foot injuries, as you know, Bruce, and it's not fun, especially when you have to walk. And I do respect the heck out of him for refusing a cart. Like, I know that he could extend his career a bunch by driving, and like that's the pure competitor, and I know you love that. That's the pure competitor. Yeah. He's like, I'm walking, and that's one of the things he said. He was like, when I can't walk anymore, then I'll stop.
Right.
And he goes, I can walk, so I'm gonna walk. And he goes, when I can't walk anymore, that means I can't win a tournament anymore, so I will stop.
So basically, it's like he thinks he can win up until the point that he can't walk, or
pretty much, yeah.
So I love it. I think it's great. I think it's going to be obviously it's great for the PGA and golf in general, because I mean numbers for golf were down. I mean they were.
The Hero World Championship is popping off right now. Literally, they just posted like a video of Tiger Woods on the tee. He didn't even hit a golf ball, and it got like 1 million views.
Exactly, it's because you know what it is. It's a legend, and when it's a legend, and it's somebody that's It's like when Michael Jordan heard the sound, like when he was out in Italy and people like saw him, they started making goat noises. Or when he was at what do you want to call it? He was at some other event. They put on the Bulls intro or the theme song, and all of a sudden, everyone's like, "Yeah!" And like MJ's like with a big ass cigar, just pumping his like, "Yeah!" Nah, 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 nah. It sounds exactly like that too.
By the way,
yes, sir.
I'm coming for you, Hero World Championship, because their media director, we are not a legitimate news source.
Oh yeah. I remember you like taught us having this conversation. Wow.
Yeah. So I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I'll remember that next year.
Just wait. But MJ, before we let's not continuously
Connor, not Todd.
I didn't see. That's good. We're not talking about clowns right now, MJ. We're talking about other things going on. Ooh. But that being said, whatever. Dude's a clown. That makes him going to come at us now or let us in. But big return for whatever reason, and we don't traditionally talk about this on Third Down Thursdays. However, I thought it was kind of a cool thing that happened in Chicago. Unfortunately, it was my fault. We weren't able to get our credential information in fast enough for the WWE. However, some cool ass things happened in Chicago last weekend at Survivor Series, and I'm not going to go into complete everything that went down. However, the two main things: Randy Orton came back, which for War Games, which was an awesome, fun match. Like, it was nostalgic. And by the way, the dude looks absolutely yoked out of his mind, ready to go. And too much. And I don't know, MJ, I don't know if you know this, but too many fans and also people in that locker room. Some people were pissed because that CM Punk came back to the WWE, and they had I think it was 9 years ago, they had a rather bad divorce where the WWE actually cut his mic when he was going on this rant and just saying things like basically saying that he was out, he was done with the WWE, he was too corporate and blah, blah, blah. I remember reading more about it at the time, but he ended up going over to the other wrestling, entertainment thing called AEW, which is, he kind of helped kind of brand that a little bit more with Cody Rhodes and some others, and Jonathan Moxley. He's done a great job with it. Did a great job with all of that. I loved it. But I think having him back in WWE, and I don't know if I know you don't watch it, but at the end of the show, camera was still on. He threw the mic already, but they still picked up on what he said. His exact quote was, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." And like when I heard him say that, I was like, hell yeah, dude, I get that. I'm like, that's a great way to approach it. However, emotionally, the travel and not being around people that like you is going to wear on him significantly. But we're not here to go down that route. But hearing that music hit last week, hearing like the reaction for fans in Chicago, because he is from Chicago, MJ, it was awesome. I thought it was really fucking badass. That's too darn it, but just really good times watching.
You're
it.
out.
Had to make a comment on it because I thought that was fair. I thought that was fairly significant. Granted, it's not sport per se; it's entertainment, but still pretty badass. Shout out to Bearman of Texas. He does an awesome wrestling podcast. If you guys get a chance to take a look at it, it's not bad. But yeah, man, that's kind of it, man. That's good.
That's funny.
I agree, Jack. So real quick, Jack, I didn't see that pop up on the screen. I don't know if you kind of put it up, but I agree with Jack on this right here. My bad. Go ahead. Yeah, the promo was kind of mid. I do agree with that. It wasn't a very good. He's a lot better on the mic than he did on that.
Yeah, I just can't. I've never been able to follow wrestling. I just can't do it.
I used to love it. The drama, bro. The drama, the theatrics, as I say.
Yeah, it's not my personal preference for
it's not my bag, baby.
Something like that.
I just realized I have so much green.
You do have a lot of green. Speaking of green, the Green Bay Packers are in playoff contention now. They welcome the Fighting Taylor Swifts to Lambeau on Sunday night. All I have to say, so I still don't think they're winning this football game. I think they'll be more competitive than people believe. Adam Rank, you stupid idiot. I think he said they were going to lose like 31-17. Like, brother, did you watch them dismantle Detroit, who also dismantled Kansas City this year? Thanks. Yeah. Big brain, brother. Big brain. All I will say is they have a really easy schedule after Kansas City. I'll pull it up real quick. I don't know.
Oh man. Man. Here we go. Here comes just so you guys know, I've lived this for the past 3-4 years, basically. Here comes the talk about how the Packers are gonna make a run. Their schedule is weak here. They're gonna do well, blah, blah, blah. How about this, MJ? I have this question for you. If the Packers do make the playoffs, because I actually do think that they have a very good shot at making the playoffs, as do you.
Get that crap off my screen.
I want to know if MJ, I want to know this. Is Jordan Love the answer, present and future, for Green Bay? And does he get that extension?
Yes, he is. And he will.
But is he a mid quarterback, though?
And that is sourced, by the way. He is going to get an extension.
Interesting. Is that breaking?
Not really. But because I'm not everybody's pretty confident he's getting extended. I'm not putting a number on it.
Is he mid, though?
No, I don't think so. If you watch that Detroit game, he made some incredible throws. And
I wish we could pull the video, though, of your prediction about the Lions-Packer game.
And I really, everything within me said, I think they're going to lose. And I'm going to say the same thing about this game, because on paper and logically, they should not win the football game against the Kansas City Chiefs. But
fighting Tay-Tays, as they call them.
Yeah. So the main thing is Love has, and the biggest thing with a quarterback that you can build on is the footwork and the arm talent. Okay. If you have that, you can work on, as long as they're coachable, which I believe he is. And from what I've heard, he is, you can work on decision-making. You can work on, reading a defense, things like that. That are things that come with actually being an NFL quarterback and actually playing the position and all of that. You can't teach having a strong arm. You can teach footwork, but it's really hard to correct bad footwork, something you see with Justin Fields sometimes. Like, dude's got a cannon, but he's all over the place.
Oh, I've seen
Yeah,
this.
it is a really funny
crazy.
stat. And so that's one of the things I try to remind Packers fans with those numbers in mind is like, hey, Rodgers had some ups and downs his first year, but he started to put it together around this time where you're like, okay, this dude could really be it. And obviously, there's a chance that Jordan Love might fall off. I'm not saying it's not possible, but when you look at, the numbers, when you actually dive into the film, which I've been able to do a little bit more with Love, he does some incredible things. And some of the throws he makes are just wow. There was one against who did they play? Who am I thinking of? Against the Chargers, where he is sliding to his left. He shuffles left twice in the pocket, is falling back. His hips are pointed at the left sideline, and he throws over the middle sidearm 20 yards on a rope to Jaden Reed. And you couldn't even see Jaden Reed when he threw the ball.
Flip those hips.
He is making some really good throws. There are absolutely some decision-making things that need to be cleaned up, but you can actually
full year.
Exactly. And so, the biggest thing is if you look at his week 1 tape to now, there are significant improvements, and you can see the things he was the worst at. One of the biggest things was he was taking too many sacks, and he was he was trying to do too much. One of the reasons they were able to beat up on Detroit is because he did a really good job of the underneath game. When it wasn't there downfield, he didn't try and force it. That was one of the problems when he had the stretch of throwing a bunch of picks, was he was trying to force it downfield. So to answer your question, yes, I believe he is the answer, present and future. I don't think there is because the Packers are not going to be picking in the Caleb Williams or Drake May sweepstakes. So if you look at anybody else in this draft, I don't believe that there's a better option for the Green Bay Packers. I believe that Jordan Love is the best option available for them at this current time, and I think he's going to be really good. Now, I don't want to put Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers expectations on him because that's Hall of Fame. I think that's disrespectful to those guys, and I think that's disrespectful to Jordan Love to put that on his shoulders. But when you're the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, people are going to do that to you at this point in time. So I think it's something he's actually dealt with really well, understanding that I have a lot of scrutiny and I got to perform. So, he's doing extra practice sessions every single day, 45 minutes after practice with his top wide receivers, which is something wide receivers proposed.
You know who else did that?
Something Aaron Rodgers never did.
But you know who else did that,
though? If you say Tom Brady on my Christian Minecraft server, I'm going to smite you.
No, what I was going to say is Mitchell Trubisky did that too.
Time out.
Yeah, that might actually. Nate's in the background. He just walked off. He said, "Did you really say Mitchell Trubisky?" Oh my gosh, that's wild.
All right, I to be honest with you, and it's not even like I'm not comping them. Obviously, that's not my thing right now because obviously Jordan Love is a better quarterback than Mitchell Trubisky. I'm not gonna say anything about that. I gotta make sure we got this ready to go when Nate jumps on here again. Nate, you gotta see the gear, bro. You gotta see the gear.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so actually, Jack,
anyway.
I don't like theoretically Caleb Williams has a higher ceiling. I'm not very familiar with Drake May. I'm not going to speak on him because I really haven't watched much. I've watched a lot more Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams has some extreme talent. Dude also has some decision-making problems, to be perfectly honest. Like, I know I defended him a couple weeks ago. Like, he doesn't throw picks very often. When he does, they're bad. Like, they are egregious.
I'm still thinking Caleb Williams is an absolute stud, though, bro.
Oh, I think he is. But, like, the Packers aren't going to get him. So if it's not Caleb Williams, there is not a better quarterback option for the Packers that exists currently, because you'd be resetting the timeline back so far that it's just not worth it.
You know what though? I will say this. Your boy Goody is a better GM than Aaron Rodgers in New York.
For real.
And I'm saying that in like jest, obviously, because I know.
No, I know.
bringing Aaron Rodgers in. All of a sudden, he brought in Dobbs. He brought not Dobbs, but we brought in Lazard. He brought in those
Cobb, Billy Turner.
Yeah, exactly. So he's bringing his
Malik
guys.
Taylor, Tim Boyle. The fact that Tim Boyle in this economy actually started an NFL game is just ridiculous. The dude threw 3 times more interceptions than touchdowns in college.
Yeah.
And he just started an NFL game.
Yeah. I was about this real quick. Before we we still have a little bit more time, but how about Joe Flacco, by the way, coming in?
I'm happy for the young man.
Same.
I'm happy for him.
Where's he been for the last 7 months? And he's going to be starting next week or this week for the
he wasn't signed. I still think they start PJ Walker. I don't know.
Oh, man, I don't know if he's able. If he's able to get the offense, he's a veteran guy, ready to go.
I really like Joe Flacco.
Connor? Good stuff,
I think it's a very good signing for Cleveland, just in general, to have a veteran guy like that in the building. He's done some sneaky good things later in his career. He's not playing like Super Bowl Joe Flacco. I don't think anybody's expecting that. But with a defense that good, I don't need him to play like Super Bowl Joe Flacco. I need him to go in, manage the game, and not make mistakes. So,
Super Bowl Joe Flacco was a lightning in a bottle type of thing. I'm sorry, I'm saying.
No, he was. Yeah, you're totally right. And he had some. Who was the kick returner?
Dante. No, not Dante.
Nate might know. Nate knows. Bring him in. Bring in Nate. Oh, Jacoby
Jones.
Oh, that's it. Why is he what?
What a good-looking young man, by the way. Nate Ness, everybody. What a good-looking guy.
You know what?
Rocket.
And you know what's crazy? And I'm over here getting ready to start me an OnlyFans page.
Shit. All right, how about that? Hey. Direct link to Nate Ness OnlyFans on ThirdDownThursdays.com.
Exclusives on TDT Media.
Oh, man.
Okay, Nate, I see you, brother.
He's gonna start off.
Hey, whatever we got to do to get paid right here, right, Nate?
Yeah. Listen.
Hey, just go play QB for the Browns. Apparently, anybody can.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. It'd be easier for me to get on OnlyFans. It's easier to do that. We got to do what we can. We got Bruce over here looking like he's off the movie Elf and stuff.
Yes,
Hey, the Elf. What's your favorite color?
Were you watching earlier? Because we got our daughter Grinched. So there's a bus that comes to the house.
Yeah.
In a Grinch guy. So I dressed up as Buddy the Elf to take a picture with my daughter and my wife. Hey, you know how it is. Don't give me that. Don't
do what you got to do for the kiddos.
Do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
I had to make sure to show you the gear before,
How we doing, Nate? What's up, brother?
It's on my OnlyFans page.
Yeah. OnlyFans. I'm telling you. Hey, listen. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Yes, you do. Make something else too.
Yeah. You can make a margarita or two. I mean,
Nate making something different with those lemons, brother.
Hey, listen. Sometimes, MJ, we got to do things a little strange. Do something for a little piece of change.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what you need when you're listening to this on the way to work and Nate just makes you swerve off the road. You need good car insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Wertepney at 704-464-4544, let him know that TDT Media sent you, and he'll hook you up with some good stuff. I'm telling you that right now. He's helping us out with some other things, and he just hit a big benchmark for his career.
Hey, MJ.
I see that. I see that, brother. I see that. That's my boy right there.
We gonna put it on here.
What do the kids say? Link in the description.
Hey,
Yeah, link in the bio. Link in the bio.
Is that what they say? Yeah.
link in the bio. You know,
Link
what
in
I'm
the bio.
That's
Listen.
when Nate's gonna finally make a Twitter.
Oh no.
Hey, it's like, hey, listen.
As long as our friend doesn't comment.
Oh, I'm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we welcome to the show Nate Ness, 5-year NFL veteran, the man of the hour. Never guess with Nate Ness.
Oh, I like that. I like it.
Nate, I have a very simple question for you to start, and then we'll get a little bit more complicated from there. Two teams that I'm going to pose to you, and the question is simple: are they frauds? The Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions.
Wow.
Okay, I'm not going to speak from a place where I dislike the Cowboys. Dallas is one of those teams. Okay, you're going to get mad at what I'm about to say, the analogy I'm about to use. I compare Dallas to Green Bay when Aaron was there. Have a great regular season, but don't produce when it's time to come playoff time.
That's fair. Yeah.
Dallas has a really good quarterback. Dak is playing very well. I don't care what nobody says. Dak is playing very, very well. They have the weapons on offense in regards to CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard. They have a great offensive line. The offensive line is playing very, very well. Defensively, they're making plays. Micah Parsons, I think his name is Deron Bland, if I'm not mistaken. He just broke the record, single season record for most interceptions returned for a touchdown in the season.
He also just got absolutely cooked for a touchdown tonight.
Okay. Damn. Did he really? How long?
Yeah,
was
he
it?
did. He got burned so badly. Brother didn't even know what zip code he was in.
The Carriers? Oh wow. Okay. But
is that DK Metcalf's real name?
Yeah, it's like D something. And I don't. What is it?
I thought you said it right.
I think it's Decarius. Yeah.
I think I'm. All I know, I just look at DK, and that's a big ass dude.
Dude, that's a. Hey, can I? Would you want to tackle that guy in the cold?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, no. If I had to pick between him and Derrick Henry, I'll take Decaf. Decaf.
DeKalen.
DeKalen's
Zacarias.
DeKalen.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah, I like DK better.
Dallas, they have so much talent, but it's like, they can't produce when it comes playoff time. Now, Detroit, again, Detroit's an enigma. Real talk, they're an enigma because they have their times when they play amazing. Then they'll have their hiccups. I mean, again, I would love to see, Detroit really do something great. They have a great young team. I don't know what it is that Coach Campbell has done, but Jared Goff is playing some really good football. And they
other than Thursday.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you want to be petty.
He always is.
No.
He's always petty.
I picked him to lose too. I picked him to lose too.
Oh.
I picked him to lose too. Oh, I could have chosen much more violence.
Oh.
Let's be clear.
Much more.
But no, I don't want to say, okay, it's a question mark for both of these teams because, again, they're both playing good regular season ball. Dallas, I don't want to call them flat out frauds because, again, you can't be a fraud when you're making it to the playoffs.
Consistently.
Yeah.
You can't be a fraud. Detroit, we see what they did last year at the end of closing out the year. They literally were a hop, skip, and a jump away from making it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So both of these teams, let's just put asterisks on there. We can't necessarily say frauds, and we can't necessarily say for real. I mean, what we can say for real, but I mean, we need to see production when it matters.
So do you mind if I interject real quick, Nate?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So my question, and somebody that has played professional ball and all that, like you've been a part of teams that have, shown their way of just being absolute, like just not dominating, but just playing good football. You get that swag, you get that feel of like just feeling good, like, all right, let's go. And then you're humbled a little bit by a loss. By a loss that you were like, man, we should have won that game. We played like
we call them trap games.
Trap games. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's a trap game. So could the Green Bay game on Thanksgiving been a trap game for the Detroit Lions for them to kind of see that, like, oh, we need to keep the same grind, keep that same work that we've had early in the season?
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down. One of the things that Coach Parcells used to say when we were in Miami was reading the press clippings and smelling yourselves. And then
that's good.
That's one of the things that Coach Parcells used to say. You read the press clippings and you smelling yourselves. And then guess what? Reality hits you. A team is going to come, and again, you're gonna look past them and not going to take them serious, and they're going to come and hit you in the mouth.
Yep.
And in all aspects, in all respect, this is what happened to Detroit last Thursday.
They're smelling themselves.
They're smelling themselves and whatnot. They didn't take a division opponent, division opponent
on Thanksgiving, the Lions holiday, in my opinion.
Exactly. So you look at this right here. They missed the opportunity because, again, number one, it was a division game.
Mm-hmm.
It was a game where, literally, Detroit, Dallas, these teams are in control of their destiny.
Yep.
There's no time for trap games. You got to go into every game as if you're playing against the Philadelphia Eagles. Preparation-wise the preparation has to be on point. You have to go into each game as if you're playing against the Philadelphia Eagles or the Kansas City Chiefs. Your preparation has to be top tier. Communication across the board. You have to go out there and execute. You got to go out there and know your assignment, make the adjustments as necessary and needed, and you have to execute flawlessly. Because right now, we're approaching the month of December.
Yes, sir.
Around this time of the year, you need to be ready.
The cream rises to the top.
Yes. This is where you need to be running like a fine oiled machine and get ready for the postseason. You need to, again, I do not like I don't want to even use this team as an example, but I'm going to use it. Philadelphia is in midseason to playoff form, and they've been in that form for the last 3-4 weeks. They are, again, playing great defense. They're running the ball.
They are rolling.
Running the ball. They're doing that. Jalen is he's not making the best decisions, but he's not costing them any games. And Nick Sirianni, I love how him and his coaching staff are game planning and execute, just really preparing these guys to go out there and compete week in, week out. Philadelphia is a team that's playing like a well-oiled machine, and they're ready for January.
If I see Philly versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again as a rematch, I'm not mad about it.
I'm honestly not either.
I mean, you can't be mad about it. At the end of the day, if you want to be the team, you have to beat the team.
Nice. Look at you. That's another. Hey, I'm surprised you didn't say anything, by the way, about my cream rises to the top comment that I had right there. I don't even know if you remembered that. I don't know if you remember who said that or anything.
Cream rising to the top.
The cream always rises to the top.
That sounds like old boy off Ben Stiller.
No, what?
No, wait. Who?
He's a wrestler. Come on. Just gonna. The cream always rises to the top.
MJ, help me out.
You don't know.
Brother, I got no idea.
Macho Man.
Oh, it's a Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God. That dude had veins in his neck. His neck had muscles.
Dude, that man. There's an ugly sweater ad I saw. I don't even know what company does it. Shout out to them if they see this. Give me a free one. It was it has a picture of it like Randy Savage with him with a coffee cup, and underneath it says the cream rises to the top. I love
so
it.
Nate, I do have to ask, and it doesn't have to be a long discussion.
Okay.
Bruce asked me earlier. I want to spin this on you.
Ooh.
You watched Jordan Love play on Thursday. I'm making him an offer he can't refuse.
Only fans that bad boy.
You watched Jordan Love play on Thursday.
Yes, I did.
Is Jordan Love the answer in the present and the future for the Green Bay Packers?
That's a great question because we asked the same question about 20, almost 20 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. How many years has A-Rod been in the league?
That would have been 15 years ago.
All right, so we asked the same question about Aaron Rodgers when he was given the keys to the Porsche when Brett left. This is one of those situations where, again, we questioned a lot of the direction of the team under Aaron and whatnot, but you had to give him time to grow. You had to give him time to really understand the game because again, he set behind at that time the greatest quarterback in that franchise's history.
Yep.
At that time. But again, he became a Hall of Famer. He's put together a Hall of Fame resume. He's won a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers in regard has won a Super Bowl on his own. Did all these things. Now Jordan Love, those are some big shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm.
You have, again, let's talk about the quarterbacks that have played for Green Bay. Bart.
Yep.
Brett. Aaron.
Yep.
All of them are Super Bowl champions, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
All of them have won league MVPs, if I'm not mistaken. Those are big shoes to fill. And that can't be
Hall of Famers, yep.
Yes, all of them Hall of Famers. First ballot.
Yep.
Yeah. Can he be that and some, or even more? Yes, but yet it's too early to really really see that. But it's also don't want to put too much pressure on the young man.
Can we not forget about Matt Flynn?
Packers legend Matt Flynn. Nate's got to remember that one.
Yep. Oh man,
were you there? You were on that team, weren't you?
Wait, what team?
The Lions team that Matt Flynn carved up for like 500 yards in week 17?
No.
Oh, man.
No.
Again, choosing violence on you, Nate.
Wait, what year was that?
20.
Was that not 2009, 2010?
No, it's 2011.
No.
Oh, was it 11?
No, you were in Miami.
I was in Miami.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm still trying to get down your timeline. Exactly. I apologize.
No. I mean, no.
I wasn't trying to roast you. I was just trying to see if you saw it, if you were there. I
wasn't there, but I saw it.
Yeah. Matt Flynn got a bag because of that game.
Yeah, he did. Didn't Seattle get him? Seattle paid him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they
Seattle paid him and then drafted Russ.
They paid him and then drafted Russ that same year, wasn't it?
Yep.
They had Matt Flynn, Tavares, God rest his soul, and Russell Wilson. And
Yep.
took the job.
Yep.
Yeah, you know who made their debut against the Chicago Bears?
Russell Wilson.
Yes, he did. After and he just ran all over them.
Carved them up. Yep.
Poor Brian Urlacher could not keep up.
And then Matt Flynn got another bag with the Raiders.
Yeah. And then he came back to Green Bay, didn't he?
He did. Yep.
He did come back, yeah.
When Rodgers broke his collarbone and
that was like week 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, when he broke his collarbone against the Bears, Bruce.
Yeah. Was it week 1?
Oh, was
2018. In 2018.
Yeah, that was what's his face? Not Peppers.
Was that Khalil?
That's Khalil that broke it.
That was Khalil.
Yeah.
No, Trevathan.
Wait,
it
was
Trevathan.
Minnesota? Was it Minnesota? Wait.
No, Minnesota. You're talking about
he broke his
Barr. Anthony Barr.
Barr broke his collarbone. 2018, he hurt his calf. Trevathan grabbed his leg.
Danny Trevathan.
Such a dirty player, by the way.
Because
I like him.
No, when Aaron broke his collarbone, isn't that the reason why they changed the rules in regards to falling on
quarterbers?
Yeah, because Anthony Barr grabbed him and then like
all
threw him to the ground with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And Vikings fans cheered
I'm not a fan of that call. I think that's such a call. I'm not gonna whatever. It's
I mean, I understand. Like when you've got some of the let's take like Jordan Davis for example, who is so big and so fast. If Jordan Davis picks up like Tommy DeVito and throws him to the ground and lands on Tommy DeVito, that is not fair.
Picking a guy up, hold on,
whatsoever.
picking a guy up and like suplexing him is one thing. However, when you're asking a man who's 315 pounds running full steam to stop on a dime so that way he doesn't touch a quarterback either.
I'm not asking him to not touch the quarterback. I'm asking him to not use his full body weight, which I think is the.
And then okay, so but then they're also now going to be restricting the hip roll tackle.
Yeah, we were actually
so
we were actually on the 33rd team. We were actually doing a video call yesterday in regards to the hip roll. They're literally about to ban that because it's very, very the hip whatever drag tackle.
Yeah, I mean you can mess up.
It's very similar to the horse collar if you think about it. It has horse collar properties.
It's
guys are getting hurt. I mean,
so is this going to be? But is this like a tackling thing where if the ball carrier is ahead of you and you're reaching out for him and you just drop?
See, that was a question I asked yesterday in that regard because again, if say like a tight end gets behind me or whatnot, like if I'm a DB and then the tight end got a full head of steam and I gotta try to tackle him because sometimes sweeping the ankles is not enough.
Right.
I'm going to get it's more likely you're going to get a penalty, get a personal foul penalty because of the way you're going to have to tackle him because again you got to pull that weight because I've been drugged for 10 plus yards.
Yeah, like if Travis
going to happen,
Mark Andrews or Kittle
got
a full head of steam.
Hawkinson, that's a big mug right there, dude.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man, and don't laugh when I say this, man. There's a guy by the name of Robert Gronkowski. We were teammates in college. Like he drugged me like I was a $5 bitch. Like he like literally like he like I tried to tackle him and it was like straight up smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Like he was like, "You're coming with me." Like that's what he did.
I don't think there's a better transition than that in TDT Media and Third Down Thursday's Game of the Week, where we will bring you here.
Hey, wait, hey, MJ, wait, Bruce, hey, wait, hey.
Yes, Nate.
I got a question. Because Kenny's on the screen. So look.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he's doing it for me.
Hey, wait. Y'all know the Big Ten championship is this weekend, right?
Wait, really, Nate? I didn't know that. What's the Big Ten championship again?
Oh, no,
I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with college football.
I'm not saying.
Hey, all I'm saying.
I'm not saying. Hey, we ain't got to talk about it. Oh, you are a petty person.
No, Kenny, what do you think the weather in Michigan is going to be like?
I love that he's wearing it. I love that he's wearing it.
You really are a petty person. You know that?
I will never root for that team, so don't worry.
Wait, you have an Iowa jacket on?
He has an Iowa jacket on. That is awesome. I respect the shit out of that.
I have every Big Ten jersey except two teams. That team up north and Wisconsin. Those are the only two I don't have.
Okay,
so
I can understand the team
I'll
up north.
never wear.
I can understand the team up north. Why not Wisconsin?
I don't know. I just never really liked them.
That's fair.
Fair.
And they
Kenny,
don't do any cool like one-off jerseys. So,
sorry, Nate. Just to let you know, it is being the Big Ten championship game, where the two best teams in the Big Ten play each other. It's being played in Lucas Oil Stadium, which is a dome, so the weather doesn't matter. But outside the dome, it's going to be 38 degrees.
Kenny, I'm so sorry, Kenny.
Clear skies
I signed
on
up
Saturday.
for this, Bruce. I'm good.
Listen, MJ, listen.
Yes, Nate.
Listen. Look at Kenny's face. Look at Kenny's face. Now you seen the Dark Knight? Have you seen the Dark Knight Rises? Haven't you?
Oh, shit, that's what I need. Zoom in on this ugly mug. Thanks, guys.
You seen the Dark Knight Rises, right? You seen the Dark Knight Rises?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right. I would hate for him to turn into Bane on you. Okay.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
Yeah, exactly.
Really adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Kenny's gonna see me at the combine. He's gonna hip tackle me.
Right? He's gonna horse collar you.
Horse collar.
Horse collar.
Oh, horse
Dude,
collar. Oh my god.
I'll be. All right. So I don't know.
Aggressive.
Hey, I've been
I wish I would have
tackled.
known about the hip tackle my first year at the combine with Bruce.
Yeah, true. True.
What is just
Hey.
ah.
Yeah, but no. Hey, real quick. Speaking of horse collar and whatever, I did want to speak on that real quick. Have you ever been horse collar tackled before, Nate? Like when you were playing like offense? Not obviously not in the NFL, but
I'm gonna be honest. If I can be completely transparent with you guys,
no one could catch me.
I was always on defense. I was the first person
Lord.
in high school, like my
He
high
couldn't
school
catch.
history to be. No, I could catch. I was the first person in my high school's history to ever be banned from playing offense. It's a long story. It's a long story.
Oh, hey, all right. So that
I
being
got time.
said, next week, next Tuesday on the breakdown with Connor Davis and Nate Ness, they're going to talk about how Nate got.
It's one of those. It wasn't a low moment for me. It was just a moment. Like, hey, I don't want to play offense anyway. The pretty boys play offense.
Oh,
I
so
love that clip. We made a clip of that, Nate, right?
Really? For real?
Yeah. No, I have I'll send it to you. I have
Yeah,
like
send it.
a 12-second
really
clip
good.
of you saying
it's really good.
The pretty boys play offense, the real men play defense, or whatever you
Yeah,
said.
that's. I mean, listen,
Hey,
listen.
T-shirt coming too, my guy. T-shirt coming.
Listen. The fellas that wear the they play offense.
And with that, game of the week, 49ers Eagles.
I just want to talk about real quick how horse collar tackling hurts. Anyway, go ahead.
San Francisco favored by 3.
Are you
even
serious?
though the game is at Lincoln Financial in Philadelphia.
This is by far the game of the week.
48 degrees, partly cloudy, winds from the northeast. Capacity of 69,000 at Lincoln Financial Field. That's
Nice.
very nice. Over under at 47.5. I will give it to the sad man of the hour, Coach Kenny, first.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Michigan by 20.
Right. I'll take the Eagles because they're at home.
Yep.
So I've been to the Link before. Those fans are pretty ruckus. So I'm going to take the Eagles at home any day of the week. I think the 49ers just lost Bosa too, right? Or was that Joey that went down?
No, it was Joey. It was Joey.
Joey went down?
Yeah.
All right. Now I'll still take the Eagles.
I just got a notification that the Chicago Bears are having internal discussions about hiring Jim Harbaugh as their new coach next year.
Yeah, I saw that.
I am totally okay with that. Anyway, Kenny. No, I'm just I got nothing. All right, so 3-point. It's in Philly. 69,000 ruckus fans. And I've been really bad about this. I've called Brock Purdy a system quarterback, and you can't call a quarterback that has some of the highest, percentage completion
He's got the best
rate.
QBR in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly, and that too. You can't call him a system quarterback with those numbers. You can't at all. So, I just don't think. I mean, to be honest with you, this is an NFC Championship preview, in my opinion, 100%. I'm going. Man, this is tough. I'm going to say the Eagles win only because it's in Philly, kind of similar to what Kenny already talked about. I don't want to. Man, this is really tough. But I think it's a 1-point game, no joke. Last drive of the game type situation, kick a field goal, win. It's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be super entertaining. And this it has to be a primetime game, right? Is that
It's
the
the
Sunday
game
night?
of the week?
Oh yes,
It's Fox.
It's Fox.
It's Fox 3:20 game of the week.
How is that not? How is that not a Sunday night?
The Packers are the Sunday night game.
Wait, who the Packers playing?
Chiefs.
Oh yeah, this is no, because this is Mahomes' very first time ever going to Lambeau.
Yeah.
Oh,
the fighting Tay-Tays are coming to town.
Fighting tater tots. Again, I'm gonna go with the Eagles win by 1.
Nate.
I mean, for real, like what I'm saying, the fighting Tay-Tays, they coming. I mean,
supposedly she's coming to the game.
Wow. Okay.
I'll go.
She wants Chelsea's cheese curds.
Chelsea's? You really just couldn't get that out.
Because I was laughing when I said it.
Okay, so let me be perfectly honest with where I am with this game. I want to pick San Francisco,
right?
But I've watched Philly have 4 straight comeback wins.
Yep.
It's one of those things where, like, the same way I can't pick the Cowboys until I see them win a Super Bowl, I don't know if I can pick against the Eagles at home right now. But I want to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll do it. I say San Francisco wins.
I'm not mad about it.
I don't know. Again, I'm not very good at betting. If the spread is -3, they have to win by 4 to cover that, right?
Huh?
Or do they have to win by 3?
No, that would be a push then. They have to win by 4.
They have to win by 4.
Yeah.
I don't think they cover that. I agree that I think it's a 3-point or less football game. So I think they win, but I don't think they cover that. That's a really good line for an over-under, because that's like 24-27 would put. I'm going to say over as well.
I'll go over. I'm cool with that. I didn't say that. My bad.
That's fine. Nate, what you got?
It's a great question. 2 good teams, and you guys are. I agree with you guys wholeheartedly. This is possibly a preview for this year's NFC Championship, but we're not going to put the carriage before the horse. They still got a lot more football that has to be played. And with that being said, since the game is in Lincoln Financial, as much as I want to go with Philadelphia, and I want to go with Philadelphia because their fans are ruthless. Their fans make you want to pull an Auburn Hills fight, like
that's good. It just happened, actually. Just now I think of it. Go ahead. It just happened last weekend.
Yeah, one of the Bills players. Yeah, I would. Honest with you, there was a 12-year-old kid that said some shit to me one time, and I want to sock him in his shit. But
we gotta cut that. We definitely gotta cut that. Oh,
but don't worry about that. But with that being said, Philly's defense and the way the offense, like just the way that they're playing as a team collectively as a whole unit, I have to stop Philly right now because they're playing like a well-oiled machine. They just look good in all aspects of the game in all 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. So I'm going Philly.
Okay. I'm the lone horse here, and that's okay.
The lone.
Oh, so you're bang bang, you're Niner gang, bang bang Niner gang.
Yeah, I chose San Francisco.
Okay. Philadelphia 69ers. Oh, excuse me.
All right, Kenny, college games of the week. Hit us.
All right, so it's conference championship week.
It's a Chicago thing.
The Huskies are going to play Oregon for the second time this season on Friday night. The over-under is at 65.5, with Oregon actually being the 9.5-point favorites. Yeah, I thought that was kind of low too. But in my opinion, it's always hard to beat a team twice in a season. Oregon's continued to look better and better every week. Meanwhile, Washington has had some really close games as of late. I think whichever team actually shows up and plays like 2 or 3 series on defense is going to win. I want Washington to win, but I think the Ducks are going to win. It'll be 38-35 Oregon. But I probably need Washington to win if I'm going to hope for Ohio State to play.
You need Washington to win, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of chaotic. It's a really chaotic mess for Ohio State to make the play. It could happen.
They got shafted in the rankings, so they're going to need a miracle on this one. Otherwise, it looks like the Orange Bowl.
Yep.
But
well. Staying with it, you said over-unders at 65.5, you said?
Yeah, that's what I saw this morning.
I'm gonna say over. Yeah, it's still at. I'm gonna say over for the game. Washington's playing some. I mean, yeah, they're close games, but you know what good teams do? They win close games.
They win the close ones.
Yep, and I think that Washington have an opportunity that they have this year to be, represented in the way that they have. They got to win this game, dude. It's a home. Yeah, I'm going with Washington, even though they're a 9.5-point dog. I'm going Washington to win and cover, obviously.
So
win
Kenny,
cover.
Oregon
Over.
won earlier this year. No, they lost.
Washington won earlier this year.
I'm gonna go Oregon wins. What was the spread?
9.5. Oregon's favored.
It's a large spread.
Especially for a conference championship game where they played each other very close. It was only a 3-point game last time. So I'm not sure where Vegas is getting these kind of odds, but
I say Oregon wins and covers. I don't think it's they have blown out the spread in all of their last 6 games.
Who have they played?
They played number 13 ranked Utah, number 16 Oregon State. They played USC. They played some teams. I mean, they beat up on Cal.
USC has trash ass defense.
The whole Pac-12 has trash defense.
Right.
Fair.
But, they handled Oregon State last week. I don't know. I think they win and cover. Sorry, Nate. I'm sorry. I didn't say Arizona.
No, excuse me. Number 15 ranked Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got, Nate?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was over here looking at Oregon's uniform for this week, so I'm just trying to be honest with you.
At least he's being honest.
I'm looking at the uniform for the week. But if I had to pick, I don't like neither team.
What is the uniform this week?
Yeah, it's like white.
White on white.
Like a white. The helmet, like it looked like just looks like so futuristic. Like it's just so nice.
Is it the speckle one or is it just their solid white?
Like there you go right there. Like it's so nice.
Oh, those helmets. I love the green
The
helmet.
helmet is nasty.
Oh,
But that being said, I'm gonna have to roll with Oregon because their uniforms look nice. And like you said, no, in all seriousness, it's actually hard to beat a team twice. And to be honest with you, Oregon should have won the first meeting. But it's going to be great. Maybe it can help. I don't know. Ohio State.
Washington winning would help more. So,
or would Washington winning help more than the team of North losing?
Yes. The Big Ten championship actually has very little consequence for Ohio State's playoff hopes. It's almost zero effect for because Iowa's so far back.
Because Michigan will win that.
Don't you need? And you need Florida State. You also need Florida State to lose, right?
Yeah, you need three.
I need a combination of 3 different games to go.
I wonder what
better
the
to have
odds
4.
are.
Because you need Bama to beat. You need
You
Bama
need
to beat
Washington, FSU,
No,
and
the other way. I
Texas
need
to
Georgia
lose.
to beat Bama. So the way I have it, Washington winning would keep them in the playoff, but push Oregon out of the 5 spot, which helps Ohio State.
Bama.
Georgia beating Bama makes Bama a 2-loss team, kicks them out of playoff contention, which they're floating right behind us, or right behind Ohio State. Oklahoma State beating Texas, which is probably not going to happen either. But Oklahoma State beating Texas puts Texas further back. Ohio State doesn't have to worry about them. And then Louisville beating Florida State will actually kick Florida State out of the top 4. Ohio State walks right in. So it's kind of like a 5-game.
Damn, it's complicated, but it's like it's
possible.
Hold on, let me give you the odds. You want to hear the odds on it?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now it's plus 6,766. So a $10 bet would give you $676.61.
That's actually not terrible. Toss $10 on.
I'm not a gambling man.
Bruce is about to do it.
Shit, I'm about to put 500 and win 33 grand. No, I'm just kidding.
SEC media is paid for a year. There we go.
There it is.
Right.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
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 What else we got, Kenny?
All right. So speaking of which, I have Oklahoma State and Texas playing in their conference championship. The last one before Texas heads off to the SEC. They are favored by 13.5. Although I did see it at 11.5 at one point.
I've got it at 15 and a half now.
I got it at
Yeah,
14 and a half.
Okay. It's been fluctuating all day. I tried looking at it right before I jumped on.
It's tough. It's tough.
So the over-under is 54.5 points. Texas continues to look really good. They look the part of a playoff team. I think they're not. I don't think they're going to make it. I hope they don't. And the only thing Texas has to worry about, in my opinion, is the Oklahoma State running back Ollie Gordon. If he actually turns up and has a great game, I think they have an outside shot of winning. And again, I need Oklahoma State to win, but I think Texas is going to win 38-24.
I think
Ron,
Texas wins. Texas covers.
Yeah.
I know they beat Bama, but other than that, why are they ranked so well? Like I don't know. They beat Kansas and Kansas State. Okay.
Texas. I mean,
Yep.
it's Texas.
It's Texas. It's kind of like how Ohio State gets ranked consistently. It's it's the pedigree of the program.
Oh, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because I want those. We got those credentials from them, but it's kind of a similar situation from the team in the South Bend.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm sorry.
I'll go Texas. Kenny? What do you need for Ohio State? I want to root with you.
I need Oklahoma State to win.
Oklahoma State wins and covers.
Yeah. So
they're not going to, but I'm rooting with my boy Kenny. I'm here for it.
It's not as important as Louisville beating Florida State, but it's up there for Ohio State because I think Texas might be able to leapfrog, having beaten Alabama. Texas might be able to leapfrog over Ohio State with that one important win.
So basically, you need the one-loss teams to lose.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you need to be the only one-loss team.
Remain.
I think in order to get any sort of fair shot. I don't think it was fair that they dropped Ohio State to 6. I think we should have been 5, maybe 4. But for some reason, losing by 6 points to your rival on the road, they got demolished. So
but the other two
you still think they should be ranked over Florida State?
No, that's what I'm saying. 5.
Okay.
I think 5 is a respectful.
Who's fifth right now?
Oregon.
Oh, right.
And I think Florida State, I don't agree with it, but I think you could put Florida State lower because they lost their quarterback. But I don't necessarily. I would never want anybody to rank anybody else lower due to a roster issue. It should be solely based on performance.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm hoping Louisville actually shows up and destroys them. Makes it
they should. They should because they look like they look bad. Yeah.
Okay, so Kenny, I picked.
So Tequila with a touchdown.
I went, and I'm sure you've done this, but I went into ESPN's playoff predictor.
Mm-hmm.
So if Georgia wins, if Louisville wins, if Michigan wins, OSU and Washington, they give Ohio State an 83% chance.
Okay, that makes sense.
And they give FSU only a 12% chance at that point because they would have lost to
Louisville.
Yeah. So
at the most crucial time too.
Wait, what's up, Dick? Hold on, what?
So you really, you really need two of the 3 one-loss teams to lose. Essentially, that's really what it is. You need 2 of the 3 one-loss teams to lose.
Right.
And you need one of the undefeated teams to lose.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Because right now you should have the top 4 are still undefeated.
Yeah.
I don't think if Georgia loses, I don't think they get thrown out of the playoff mix. So Georgia, Alabama, Georgia needs to win. Otherwise, then you may end up somehow with 2 SEC teams in the finals. You need and then from there, Texas is a 1-loss team, Bama being the other 1-loss team, and just for icing on the cake, just to make sure I need Washington to beat Oregon, because again, it still falls down to voting, and once it falls down to voting, you're relying on everybody's subjective opinion. I can make a case for Ohio State. Connor just made a case for Oregon. And I think it's true. I don't disagree with Oregon necessarily being number 5. I just, in my head, Ohio State is number 5 because you lose to your rival. I mean, Oregon technically losing to Washington makes a bit of a difference, but come next year, this same game playing out the same way, all we're doing is we're seeing Ohio State play Michigan again in the Big Ten championship next year. This is just a preview of the Big Ten championship for next season. Is all it's going to end up being.
What's changing next year?
So the Big Ten, since they're adding 4 schools, they're going to switch from a divisional format. So instead of East and West, because you guys were saying how the 2 best teams in the conference,
yeah, I know.
Ohio State is still the 2nd best team in the conference, even with the loss to Michigan. They're a 1-loss team. Michigan is the 0-loss team. So they'll play the game on November 30th next year, and if it's both the same circumstances, you're going to see Ohio State play that team up north in Indianapolis next year.
So are they're getting rid of the divisions?
Yeah, though it's not East West. It's like Legends and
it was Legends. It was
Yep.
Legends and Leaders.
Yeah,
And then Michigan couldn't ever figure out how to get into the Big Ten championship because they separated Ohio State and Michigan for the Legends and Leaders divisions.
right.
They said, screw it, we'll just put them in the same division because they were adding with Maryland and Rutgers coming in.
Oh, right.
They had a true divide for East, almost a true divide for East and West. Now that you're adding 4 Pac-12 schools to the mix, it would get too weird. So they just said, forget it. We'll just do straight up whoever's the 2 best teams at the end of the season. They go to Indianapolis or wherever they decide to start holding the game.
That travel is going to be so effed up.
Yeah, it's going to be
suck.
brutal for some of the teams. But they did USC right because I think after October they don't leave California. So
Dude, DK's going off right now.
Ron Bland's
He's
giving up them cheeks right now. He is like he is
putting
really,
that man in a blender.
he is really looking like a Craigslist model right now. Oh my gosh.
He's on some stuff tonight. All right, Kenny, what you got other games for us?
yeah, I got it. Well, yeah, I'll try and run through them quickly. I know we're running short on time. So the SEC championship, which Connor's saying that they might be getting rid of their divisions too. As far as I saw, it was only the Big Ten that was actually going to go through with that. I think the Big 12 currently has that system. I wouldn't be surprised though if the SEC does it because they should be adding some teams too. So Alabama's playing Georgia. Georgia's favored by 6 points, and the spread or the over/under is 54 points.
Oh wow!
You know, I never root against a Nick Saban team, but I'm gonna have to this week. So it's gonna have to be Georgia winning 28-20 in my opinion. Both teams have really good defenses, but I think Georgia takes it.
Money might be coming in for Bama because I just looked at it and it's 5.5.
Okay.
5.5.
So I mean, not a lot of money, but some money. So you got the little hook going now. All right, man. This is what I don't disagree with you on a Saban train because they find a way. And I talked a lot of smack earlier in the year about Alabama's quarterback situation. If you guys remember that, you know, he righted that ship, and I said ship with a P. And yeah, dude, I'm gonna do it. I think the this fighting Sabans are gonna pull through for you.
I've got to agree. I think they have a better resume than Texas does. Like they've actually beaten some better teams, in my opinion.
Without a doubt.
And
but they like Texas.
Yes, they lost to Texas. I understand, but they beat Ole Miss. They beat Tennessee. They beat LSU.
But that's Cubs math. That's Cubs math. Once you start saying, well, but Texas beat them, all of a sudden everything shuffles out of order, and everybody thinks that Texas is technically a better team.
Right, which I get, and I do think that head-to-head should still matter. But I think outside of that game and the other, 11 wins, I think Alabama has a better resume. I think they're the better football team compared to Texas. I think that one game is an anomaly. And when it comes down to Georgia, this game is so good. Like, this is the game I would want to watch. I think Alabama's got a really good chance. I think this is a one-score game. And I'm with Bruce. I'm picking Alabama.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
to go bang on me, but yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah, he got it. Let's go. I'm so pumped about it. That's my dude, Connor. Good shit.
I'm also worried that Georgia doesn't come in fully prepared for this one because I really do think Georgia can lose on Saturday and still be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if they're going to come in and give their full effort because you may not have to worry about it. And then all of a sudden you're still in the playoff. You get to play, they'll get Michigan in the first round and demolish them and be in the championship.
But wouldn't they? But like you said, Ohio State lost to their rival by 6 points by 1 score game. If Georgia loses by 2 scores, like let's just say hypothetically, then that plays a big point part into it too, right? So the way you lose, right?
Point to
Ohio State was in 2014 for the first playoff. They were ranked 6th going into their conference championship. They demolished Wisconsin 59-0. That's how they leapfrogged TCU to go into 4th, right? So if Alabama can put up a huge win, which I don't know if that happens against Georgia, but if they could, Georgia could be in some real trouble. I don't really see that happening as much. If Georgia loses by 1 score, maybe 10 points, I think Georgia's still at least a 4 seed, if not a 3. And then they're still in the playoff. That's the only concern. But I don't think Kirby Smart would let his guys really fall into that trap. I don't think, because he likes to beat Alabama too. Because Kirby Smart's a Saban disciple, so
he wants to
coach.
Right.
How many times has Kirby beaten it?
Not many, but usually when it matters.
2 or 3.
2 or 3, and I think at least one of them was the national championship.
Now, he beat him in the national championship, but I didn't know they played. I didn't know he beat him again. I honestly didn't know.
Didn't they beat him in the SEC championship game last year?
Right, I thought it was twice. I thought it was one for the conference and once for the.
Bama beat them in the SEC championship and turned around and lost in the Natty.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
No, but Georgia was undefeated last year. They rolled through everything.
But they didn't play.
I think the year before.
The year before, they didn't play them. They beat the crap out of LSU last year in the SEC championship. Because remember, you knocked off Bama with the 2-point conversion.
Saban is 4-1 against Kirby Smart.
Yeah,
so that Natty is the only time. Wow.
Yeah, 33. His 33-18 win.
Hey, I mean that's a good time to get it though. That's a good time to get.
Wow,
yeah, it really is.
Okay, I'm still going Bama. What's the last one you got for us, Kenny?
All right, so the last one, we'll skip the Iowa game. That's fine.
Wait, can I make a comment on that? I'll make a comment real quick. So right now, Michigan's favored in that game by 3 scores. And if you look at the over under in that game, it's at 30 something. So they're expecting Iowa basically not to score jack shit in that game. I think that was hilarious. Anyway, that was it.
Iowa has no offense. It's going to be a defensive matchup, and Michigan's defense is better, and it kills me to say that.
We don't even have to talk about it. I just thought I'm looking at it from the pure numbers perspective right there that Vegas has on it. I think it's hilarious. Go ahead.
So the ACC championship, which is 4th ranked FSU going up against Louisville, the over under is at 47.5. FSU is favored by 2.5. But without their quarterback, Jordan Travis, he's out. I really think Louisville could actually pull it out. And it's going to be more me hoping that they're going to pull it out as a total fan in this one. But I'm going to go Louisville to win 37-24.
Ooh. That's so true.
But the smart thing would be Florida State winning 30-21. That was my smart pick, using my head. My heart's going Louisville 37-24.
I'll go with your heart, Kenny.
I haven't had an opportunity to watch a lot of Florida State and Louisville football this year. I just read, it's kind of crazy for me to see Florida State be as good as they are now as they were back when I was in high school, and that's kind of badass because I used to use them a lot in NCAA football. But I'm gonna go with your heart, Kenny. I'm gonna say Louisville. Let's go. Let's get it, dog. Who cares?
Hopefully.
Nate.
Hey, come on down, man. Louisville about to go lay the smack down on those jabronis.
Let's go.
Yeah, they're about to drop the rock bottom and the people's elbow.
Wow, we're going all out, huh?
Oh my goodness.
They're checking right in at SmackDown Hotel.
Yes. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Wait, Bruce, who you got? Bruce, who you got?
Louisville.
It doesn't matter who you got.
Well done, sir. Yeah, that was good. All right, I got something for you.
I'm not messing with you. I wanted to get MJ, but I think MJ was gonna go.
Well, he doesn't watch wrestling. He wouldn't have. I mean, I should have gotten it.
Whatever. I'm just a paid volunteer. I don't work here. I'm just a paid volunteer.
I'm a paid volunteer.
I'm just here. Gentlemen, this has been a pleasure as always. Nate, Kenny, we thank you for everything that y'all do. Y'all are the best in the business.
Yeah.
Make sure to go follow that Kenny the Coach on Twitter. Go connect with Nate on LinkedIn. I don't know.
Oh, no. Only fans, and I'm going by Gator.
Yeah. You know why he's going by Gator? Because he's going to be chomping on something.
Hey, no. If you've seen the other guys, Gator don't take no.
Bruce, I'm chomping on something. I'm chomping at the bit for the best insurance commercial in the business. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week for whatever in the world happens on Third Down Thursdays. We love you.